Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Darla Pickavit. I am an enrolled member of the Southern Paiutes from Moapa, Nevada, which is just outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, we are going to start our wrap bracelets, and this will be our first project. So what you will need is some beads. You do have a bracelet with their clasps, and you have thread and a needle. So it's basic stuff. You will need a set of scissors and a lighter. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you'll have to unthread your thread, and you'll have to just knot it at the end, thread it, of course, and it should have two you're double stringed, and then just knot it and then cut the end off, leaving about 2 centimeters, and just burn that. Okay, so a wrap bracelet, this is what we're gonna produce, is something like this. Okay, a lot of people have lanyards. Here's a lanyard. Okay, and then I also have a baby bracelet that someone made me, but it was too small, so here's another. So there's no wrong or right way of doing a lanyard. However, we are going to start by putting our needle as close to the middle as we can. Okay, so it should look like that. And just pull that through. Okay, so it should be knotted. Now the video shows you she's wrapped it around a few times, which kind of helps secure your start. However, I don't do that. I just start right off. Okay. For this project, go ahead and start with just 30 beads. I work directly off the string, so I'm going to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Okay, so push those right on down. And again, the video shows her twisting the parachute cord and you just holding it. I like to push my beads down snug, but not too snug, and start just wrapping it around the parachute cord. Okay, so once we get this wrapped around the parachute cord, you just kind of want to hold it as tight as you possibly can. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle and you're going to go directly down through the parachute cord, not through any beads, just down through the parachute cord. I tried to come out about 3 beads past, oops, so about 3 beads, and I came out here behind the 3rd bead. And then go ahead and pull that through. Okay, and you can let go. And then your string, you can see, is right behind that 3rd bead. And I'm going to go through my last bead all the way to the end here, where I ended and went through that parachute cord. And you're going to pull it. And that tacks your beads down, and you can let go now. And you continue the process. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now, if your beads aren't as snug as you want them to be, it's okay. This is a learning process. I just want you to get the concept of doing a wrapped bead project. So my wrap was not very pleasing to the eye when I first started. Mine was loose. As long as you guys have something to hand in, I'm not going to be really picky. And that's behind the third bead as well. And then I'm going to take my needle and go through that third, oops, 4 beads, all the way to the end. All the way to the end there. Okay. And pull it. And you just keep on going. Okay. So I am going to put another color because I wanted you guys to work with at least 3 colors. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm just going to stick with 30. Okay, so that kind of matches a little close, but that's okay. So when you're adding your next color, just go ahead and count them in. Again, push that snug as possible. Go down through the parachute cord, aiming for that third bead there. Pull it. Oops, that kind of got. Pull it. Grab my needle, and I'm going to backtrack through my third bead, second, and 1, and pull it. Okay. There you go. You got your start, and we're looking pretty good. So let's say that my thread and my needle is short. Well, we got to change and add thread. So what we're going to do is, so my needle's here, let's say, and I need to add thread. So what we're going to do is, I don't want that to get tangled. What we're going to do is you're going to go through the parachute cord and on out the outside on the other side, and you're just going to pull it right on through. So remember, my string is small, and I'm going to clip it, leaving me about 2 to 3 inches or longer, and I'm just going to tie a regular knot. Okay, so you got a regular knot there, and you want to clip that off 3 or 4 centimeters long, and you're going to take a lighter and you're going to burn it. Okay, that kind of secures it. Then you're going to rethread your thread. So I can pretend like I rethreaded the thread, and you're going to tie a knot. The luxury of having two strings here is you're able just to, when you need to change your thread, you just have 2. It's easier to tie a knot. So here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back up through that thread as if you went through those you just restrung, and you need to go through those beads to restring it. So I went 2, so I am going to go through those 2 beads and out of that last bead, because that's where we always want to end up, is at that last bead. Okay, so let's just say, for fun, let me grab another color. Just grab a purple here. So I'm going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So I'm basically sticking to 30 count here. And doing the same thing, just wrapping it around, making sure everything is tight. You can push it down towards the clasp, and it looks pretty good. So I'm going to go down through the bead, try to hit behind that third one. Right there. Pull it. My finger got stuck. Pull it tight. Up. That should be, there we go. Oops, we went the wrong way. So you can always tighten it. Mine came a little loose there. Just tighten it with your fingers. Pushing these. Oh, I'm not going the wrong way. Just tighten it by pushing these beads around the cord. Okay. And got a little boo-boo here. So we just tightened it. And I came out behind my third bead. And then I'm going to go down in through my third bead and back out through the one that I originally started. Okay, there we go. Oh, looks like I missed one. So we will go. You can see that I have a little space there. Let me see what happens. Okay, so we got that in. If you go back around and kind of push these beads around, it should fill it in. And sometimes, yep, it's not going to fill it in. So sometimes what I do is, okay, I'm going to show you here. So it shouldn't happen, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Okay, so if this happens and that bothers you, sometimes we have perfectionists, and sometimes, you know, most of the time it shouldn't happen, but you're just going to continue on going as if you did not have that problem. And we pull that through, and we just keep on doing what we were doing. And I'm going to show you how to fix that. So coming out my last bead here. Okay. Okay, so let's say we were here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed my needle through the parachute cord to where that the bead right before that space is. Okay, I'm going to pull that. And what you're going to do is you're going to go through that bead. We're just filling in a hole here. And it looks like there's about 2 beads that need to be put in there. So we grab 2 beads. And I'm just going to go through those beads there, a couple of them. And voila, you just filled your hole. Okay, that space that was missing, those beads, we just filled it. So then you just go, yeah, right back through that parachute cord on up to where we need to go through a couple of beads there. Just pull that. Here we go with the knot here. I don't want that, please. Let's see. Something's happening here. There we go. Kind of got crossed. Okay, so there we go. So then we're back up here to our 4th bead, and we're just going to feed our needle right through those beads to the end where we need to be. It's just like it never happened. And it's so magical. There you go. Okay, so then you just keep continuing. Let me do one more. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So we're doing our last wrap. Just pretend like we're at the end of our bracelet. Okay, so we've reached the end of the bracelet. And it's just like starting. Just gonna go through there. And then back through the beads. Back through the beads. Okay. And then what I want you to do, just pretend like we're here. Okay, we're ending our bracelet. We're here. We've reached our end. What you want to do is just go through the parachute cord. It's just like changing your thread. Go through the parachute cord. You can go through it a few times just to get it tacked down. It's okay if it comes up here, wherever your needle goes. That's fine. Just push it right on through again. Okay. So, and then what you want to do, just snug that. Cut the end off and tie it in a knot. Okay, and then just cut that off enough that you're able to burn that down. There you go. And there you go. It's as simple as that. And again, if you guys have spaces in between there, that's okay. You guys are learning. You got the concept of doing a wrap. Your fingers begin to hurt after a while. When I first started, it gave me a better appreciation for this kind of beadwork. It is a lot of work, especially if you're not working off the string, you're picking a bead up one at a time. So I look forward to seeing your projects, your finished projects, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week in starting our second project. So everybody have a good weekend and have fun. Thank you.